abusuafo eyade Chairman Wontumi akopie mu ewo court na enkomo akoso ewo court ho a enya asem keto am pese yekọ na yetie ne esiye ewo court woni baabi asese court ede asem no akwakohye ene enkomo a lawyer attachia wadi abusuafo ha eda so aye be media gh ebese wase ene de kama channel so ni di okwan so ebese wase obe subscribe dey my notification bell for more podcast update yenche hono ma yenko na yetie ni abra Chairman Wontumi ekopie mu ewo court ene enkomo a eye ne lawyer ede aba numa yentie na yenche ya adwen ewo comment section we ye update a chese Chairman Wontumi ekopie mu ewo eye court na ye de ebra mu ha eda so aye be media gh ye da mase
ni musisi a yira atachia ede to court na nim pempenso a yedru ene ne ye twen sisi a ede amane bobo court ne sisi a no oro na aba bedi asem nanim na osusu se ewo se sa plea negotiation no ye to aso na one deputy attorney general abonkomo ewo nchen a omaje atum se yemra attorney general ne chambers na yemmeto ankomo bo no so eno nti yesre court no se court no emayen 30 days adjournment na yentimi fan boss a enkomo no na ye bonkomo no wi a ye de emumu aye ababe bo court no abeto court nanim eno nti court no je yan ho no ho ba ehye se yembra back on the 27th of August 2026 nti pempenso ya babedru ni se ne de si wo court a moju mu nchire mu nyina so na mede atomo nim
because you say lawyer attaching a wo chire se no na case no ababede ne nsem so nka ne ne nim say lawyer and dia pia na ka case no wodi eno so ho nsem tese
enukre say lawyer attaching na take over the prosecution of the matter now a legal team and the team of lawyers ne doso eno nti ayete say really no amofre no baton utumrika ni bia odru ho ma na de ahye onuanse no so atubi emrika yetu ache ko mo hwe de ekoso na je se adwuma ewo ma e wose ye pa nti ewura yenua panyi lawyer and appeal ku bi abon ho modin yi pa wa ye nyafe mu de bi obeyi bia edru pempenso a se ewura attaching anso so ono so ebe so mu no so eto aso kodru pempenso ono so bi tu aba bi dru eno nti na mo hu ni sa no enye alien in law one of the processes in law at every stage of the trial no solicitors can change na changing so a yes a change say for say bibi na esi na ma bibi a change na some pempenso aba bi dro no ohun say yera and the appear could be o ka kire mo oni ma bonkomo bibi aka kire mo say ono ohwe can I say case how handle the first case I convicted Chairman Wontumi on for year convicted sentence for 20 years now e dey aha ne ye pa because on the record no the judgment cannot be supported having regard to the totality of the evidence on record. I don't see a idea I had a year and mutual interviews are all can say he needs time to pick up because when you can see say on one case say there's a miscarriage of justice that has occasioned a client now rare he will need time but time obey he also sort of pick up and so on there is a matter pending and the state will not wait for you and which never say onua penny attaching also so na ebe gina animu as the lead striker no so hwe na yetoa agudie no so eno nti na muhu se changes kakra aba no enye ne bone so yadamase
if you dey twem no mani mi nwan mu bi ye konsawam ni ye hwesen ke betimi akakosra chairman ba ye ko ye no na mu kire mu se na watwini mu nyina no eda ba akopɛ na chairman e wo ho kwan so benya ho emra mu no bi sa wo ho ana se akoye chairman nti ene e ba ne sa
prison security installation every security installation be also on the rules and regulations. I don't say once you become an inmate, you don't have a life of your own. Since you can't freedom one a freedom unti and a munya mo pese ha say ya mo dim rekadika echi amasa ba mo fa hana mo wura ha no. Na so no say ukodi aban sense me na ukodi aban semo a ho asem kan no difficult because there are rules and procedures afa so bibia. That Friday na me wo in some prison ho na me wo chairman chen. Mene bonkomo eye wo ho no mo last Wednesday me call with Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ekosra chairman e wo ho any party mpanyimfo me gidi say he's in good spirit say mo hu no court mo hu say he's in good spirit although say on a reservation because he believes that justice has not been served. That is his belief. That is why I was instructing the lawyers to file an appeal on his behalf. Appeal on Ecoso. Once he's dissatisfied with the outcome of the trial at the criminal court for no, as a man and as a human being, said you'll be feeling by a one can be feeling sa pepe. And until a bumpire say Yankopon say or be crowd no man could draw. na near ye or court and so no ya course on ya and believe you say at the end of the day no emre and a betre.
Councillor, feel me and would have.
Oh, we are in the process of reviewing our documents and putting our bits and pieces together. And to be nobody and come on the appeal.
Council Enra Deputy Attorney General interview or grantee and or can say out of cases are and as a charge said they are both to me very different cases are or attended to our court now. I did some legal team and I'm deciding some mutual so EXIM BANK no na call plea negotiations but then anka mobit me out with regards to case here I convicted for 20 years. I don't know counsel.
I will not fault him, that is his opinion. And I say opinions are like noses. Everyone has one. The Deputy Attorney General and also Deputy Minister for Justice share any opinion on this matter. And you know any opinion. We also have an opinion. We also have a right to decide which bridge to cross and at what time that we want to cross that bridge.
Okay, so, lawyer, number say concern the 20 years sentence in prison. Most of Ghanaians are saying say, Anka, Ube Muntema, if you are MPP legal team, Ube Muntema, if you Anka, in Busa. Who will be careful?
Ministry can't home because at the end of the day, once a decision has been rendered, as lawyers, what you can do is to review the record of proceedings, any judgment in totality, to find if indeed the judgment is founded on law, if indeed true justice has been served, if indeed the judgment has not occasioned the miscarriage of justice, if indeed the evidence on record supports the judgment. So these are the work of lawyers, and at the end of the day, once you are able to make out any ground of appeal, you are entitled as of right to file an appeal within 1 month. And if you are unable to file an appeal within 1 month, which is the statutory threshold, you apply to the court for enlargement of time within which you file your notice of appeal. But we are on course. We have identified the grounds of appeal, and I believe that in the coming days or in the coming weeks, you hear in the news again, because you are newsmakers, that the appeal has been properly filed at the registry of the courts to prosecute him before the appellate court of the Republic of Ghana. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Now, once appeal now. Is it for the reduction of year and answer to overturn judgment?
You get to know if we are appealing the entire sentencing and the conviction and sentencing. You know if it's for reduction in sentence for reduction in sentence. You also know. But I believe that we have identified grounds of appeal that inure to the benefit of the accused person and the inmate, the convict.
Okay. Thank you, Council.
Yes, please. So, are you ready?
Yeah, we are ready.
Yes. So, first of all, should I say congratulations because you have another case in your hands, Wontumi, EXIM Bank.
Yeah.
Share with us. Today, you appeared, asked for time essentially to go and renegotiate as part of the plea bargaining. Share with us essentially what your prayer to the remote was.
In the first instance, you are not kind to say that I'm a lucky man. You've put more work on my shoulders. But essentially, the judge agreed, and Honorable Deputy Attorney General Service also agreed that you should attempt a plea bargain and then come back to the court and announce it. So we'll take up that initiative and see whether we can broker a deal, and that matter will come to an end. So that is what happened. But relating to the Adubuahin case, Cromwell, who is the last witness and investigator for the Attorney General, is still in the box. And today he made several concessions that he didn't understand the national security space. And I begin to wonder, I don't have to say so many times, that how can you investigate the national security when their matters are clandestine, when they do undercover operations, when they have even operatives functioning in banks? How can you come to terms with a space that you don't understand? And why should we use your ignorance to send somebody to jail? So this is where we are. Tomorrow is a good day for the judiciary, so it won't come. But Wednesday we'll continue with him and see how it pans out. But it is very, very unfortunate. He made several admissions that he didn't understand the national security arrangement.
Council, let me draw you back a little. Still on Wontumi. The party has taken over all of Wontumi's cases.
does that translate to the Tanonimiri case as well? Will you be taking over as counsel for that?
Yes,
as well?
yes, indeed. And all the cases associated with Wontumi, I've taken over, and then we'll see how we prosecute them.
Counsel, if you wouldn't mind, in respect to the plea bargain that is going on right now, is it subjected to only certain kind of citizens, or it's a general privilege being given to all citizens that are being charged with state misappropriation?
Even for foreigners. So if a foreigner is arraigned before a court and there's a need to plea bargain, the lawyer should sit with the attorney general and go through that process. If they succeed, it could truncate the trial, and then whatever advantages you want to get from the plea bargain is yours as an accused person.
Right. So in this instance, what are the criteria, what are the basis of which the clients can seek for plea bargain in the case?
It's very simple. That look, you have been charged with this offense, and this offense relates to maybe $10 million, and if you proceed with the trial and everything, I might be incarcerated. So I will just do a bargain. Now, out of the $10 million, I'll be able to pay, say, $7 million. Can it be a basis for you not to prosecute me? And I'm handing over the money, and that brings it to an end.
Then what happens to the 3 million?
That is a bargain. So sending somebody to jail and raking in 3 million as a benefit, which is wiser.
That makes sense. But why not also taking the 7 million and also making the person work for the 3 million in addition to at least supplement how much it is that he misappropriated or he or she might be?
That means the state didn't bargain. It's a one-sided, obnoxious arrangement. So the state should lose something as well.
The state should lose something.
Of course, that is the meaning of plea bargain. What are you bargaining? In every good bargain, you don't hold all your rights over the head of the other. So there is a give and take.
Is it not a privilege in motivating corruption in our society? Because in certain jurisdictions, if you have been involved in corruption acts that really goes against the generation even yet unborn, there are some cases that you will go for life imprisonment or even death sentence, which would deter people from going ahead to engage in corrupt acts that would actually cause the country to lose, like you say.
Well, it's not in every case that you plea bargain. There are certain cases if you are not part of it. I could tell you that if the state is interested in raking in money, they will use plea bargain. You see, if the state believes that, we don't want to go into plea bargain but we'll punish people, it's the election of the state. Because the state is also balancing resources and the rest of it. A man has stolen $10 million. And I mean, that is 100% loss. And he negotiates that he will do 70% so that the loss is 30%. They weigh the options and say that it is wiser to go for 70% of the 100% than to soldier on with an imprisonment, which eventually will also have a toll on the nation. So they should come to an end, and you should say that the assets were acquired through the process of the crime, and then they could confiscate it. That's how it is.
Reduction in terms of number of years.
To overturn the ruling.
To overturn the ruling.
The decision, yes.
And yesterday, the Deputy Attorney General made a statement that the legal team, Chairman Wontumi's legal team, decided to choose EXIM Bank in terms of seeking for plea bargain, which the team
to do what?
choose the EXIM Bank case to go off on plea bargain. Likewise, the legal team could have chosen the Samurai Boy case to seek for plea bargain, but rather the team decided to choose EXIM Bank. What do you have to say about that?
Well, it is the right of the accused person to plea bargain or not to plea bargain. The Attorney General cannot force a plea bargaining arrangement on the accused person. So I think at least you should give the accused person and his lawyers the wisdom to make that election. It's not for the Attorney General to say at all costs and by all means you should come for a plea bargain relative to all the cases. That's the point of the matter.
So you think the EXIM Bank case, I mean, doing plea bargain on the EXIM Bank case is the best, I mean, for you and the whole team?
It's a good strategic option that we want to exercise.
Thank you, sir.